Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everyone. I am Melinda NailFanatic, the owner of Nail Fanatics Artistry Design Studio and Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here to deliver the July 11th general money and romance tarot message and see what is the inspired words that are to be heard on our behalf today. I do want to also put out there again that July the 29th, we will be doing, starting at 8:30 p.m., the first ever Love, Peace, and Happiness sit-in, and it will be held at my nail studio. And since that is a dual business location for Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot as well as Nail Fanatics Artistry Design Studio, we will host it in front of that business location. And so it's just going to be a peaceful gathering, loving, peace, happiness gathering where individuals come together to celebrate and radiate those same energies. And so if you'll be in Las Vegas, we would love to have you join us. Everybody is invited. And if you won't be in Las Vegas, just the positive thoughts for us are good enough, but you're more than welcome to be in your location and sit in with us anyways. I do plan to live stream that evening, and I'm not sure how long the live stream will go, but what I will do is pick out a moment that feels like a climactic moment, and I will live stream then. I will say at this point I'm feeling it will be somewhere around 9:30 p.m. Pacific time that I will be live streaming. Okay, so let's see, what is the word of clarity for today? Victory. We got the victory card. Yay, victory. What else do we have here at the bottom of the deck? It says retreat. Okay, so there is a victory in pulling back from something today. I feel that this has to do with the situation where we've been applying a lot of force, exerting a lot of energy towards it, and so from that state we actually didn't realize that we had built ourselves into a resistant state. And so now as we step back from the situation, we let go of resistance, and we will find things beginning to work out because we have left off the resistance. We have left, in other words, we stopped holding the brake down on the situation, and then the car begins to roll right through the finish line. Okay, so now let's see, what is our flash card, our intuitive message from the flashcards today. So grateful to my grandchildren and my little girl for being so little, because they were the inspiration to use flashcards intuitively. I saw through playing with them that I was receiving messages with the children, and also my little girl is highly psychic. She called out the yellow cup before we even knew there was a yellow cup in the deck. She called it out as soon as I got it. Before I even pulled the first card, she called it out. It was pretty magical, actually. But I noticed in playing with the children that I was receiving a lot of psychic messages and intuitive downloads. So I decided to incorporate them into our reading. I just thought it'd be fun. And that's what life is for. It's for fun, isn't it? You know, and I was just reminded of something that I heard earlier that I was to share today. And that is, you know, I do the best I can, and in all things that I do, you know, and as I'm sure we all do, right? But I've begun to self-govern a few years ago by 3 major laws. And they are what this channel is named after. It's love, peace, and happiness. Because in the energy of love, peace, and happiness. If you combine all three of those things into anything you do, apply them inwardly towards ourselves, never violating our love, peace, and happiness, and also outwardly in our interactions with others, then we find you really can't go wrong. And so what would our society look like in a world where everyone self-governed by love, peace, and happiness? You know, what does that society look like? I do believe it's a possibility. I do believe it's a reality. I do believe that it can really happen, and all it takes is just sharing the information, and so that's what we're doing here. If we would all self-govern through love, peace, and happiness, then so many other issues and problems would cease to be. It just would not be anymore. Issues or problems of so many types that would just go away. If we chose to only engage in things that leave us in love, peace, and happiness, and only engage others in a way that does not violate their sense of love, peace, and happiness as well, well, then we would find a whole different look to the society that we live in. Okay? So that's something that I'm really, I've been talking about a lot, and I realize that I don't know if I've ever really mentioned it live on the channel, so I felt that I need to do that. And if you're following me on all that social networking that I do, I plastered that thing all over about 3 in the morning last night. So there's a meme out there that talks about it. And yeah, let's talk about love, peace, and happiness, guys. Let's spread it. We have the green dinosaur coming out of the Play School flashcards today. And when I see this green dinosaur, my first thought is we're dealing with some ancient stuff here, right? And because we have the victory in the retreat, what I feel is like old issues, old dinosaur type problematic circumstances or situations, or difficult situations and circumstances, limiting beliefs, all that stuff is being faced head on. And now we're taking all that stuff and we're going to look towards the future, and we have victory over it, right? We're retreating from the things that aren't working well for us, and we are looking towards the future instead of to the past. I'm also hearing we're bringing some old school values, old school beliefs, and old school traditions that do work well into our future. That's interesting. Okay, so let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. We got 4 puppy dogs. And I see 4 of Wands, and they're really happy, and they're pointing forward. And their hat's about to fly off. So I'm feeling with this, there's some crown chakra activation going on. Definitely forward moving momentum. I'm getting an 8 of Wands energy, because if you look at their ears, to me that they're very distinctly 2 ear, 2 ear, 2 ear, 2 ear. And it's giving me 8 of Wands energy with the 4 of Wands energy combined. So home, making progress, moving forward in regards to old issues, circumstances, belief systems that were not necessarily serving us well anymore. Let's see, what is the tarot going to say about the day? What is our tarot message for the day? And in regards to our general overview, still on the general overview, okay? Again, love, peace, and happiness, man. If we all just self-governed by love, peace, and happiness, apply it inwardly and outwardly, inwardly towards ourselves, outwardly towards our dealings with others, what would that do to our society? How would our society shift? How would it change interactions and dealings with others? How would that change business for those of you who are in business? How would that change school for those of you who are teachers? How would that change family life for those of you who are families? Which I hope you all are families, but surprisingly, there's more and more people today I find who have completely disassociated from their families, or feel that they have no family, or have been left behind by their physical family. Either way, just know that I love the part of me that lines up with you, and in some way we're family too, honey. Because we're all brothers and sisters. So let's get this love, peace, and happiness vibe going. Wake up thinking about the blessings that you have. Fall asleep thinking about the blessings that you have. And if you can't think of nothing else, be thankful that you have a mind that can think. Okay? Be thankful that you have a body that can contain it. Be thankful that when you get up, your arms, your legs, your toes, everything responds according to your desire there. Now, let's see, what is the general tarot message for the day? The situation, the 10 of discs, the wealth card. This situation, again, we talked about family and home back there. Talked about old beliefs and stuff. This is generational type wealth. This is family. This is generations coming together. Some of you will be spending time with grandma, grandchildren, mom, dad today. Also, for somebody out there is going to be seeing some strong financial gains today, and possibly inheritance. But for most of you, I feel like what's being inherited here, because this is an inheritance card, is going to be the old school values that I talked about over here with this green dinosaur, that you will take into the future because you find it so valuable. It's so applicable to the way you want your life run today. So for some of you, this is like a chore board. For some of you, this is Sunday dinners together as a family. For some of you, this is making maybe not the same spiritual, because I feel like as a child, y'all went to church all the time regularly. Maybe you won't go to church because you've progressed past religion, but maybe you'll build another spiritual habit that you will do as a family from here on out. And if you're not actually doing this today, you're at least thinking about this today. This is what is definitely going on for you today in some way. But I definitely get the energy here of family. What is our advice regarding this situation? The King of Wands. Put your fiery passion and energy into it. Retreat from past cycles and move forward into new ways, new actions. This is about taking a very deliberate, decisive, well thought out course of action in regards to your family. Where is this situation taking us? We have the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, this is a family situation and you're dealing with the fire sign. I get strongly Sagittarius, but Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. For some of you, this is a family situation that deals with the Gemini. For all of you, this is a situation where you're being asked to consider your actions very seriously as far as the unity of the family, unity of what you call your family. Your family might be the people that you hang out with at the club on the weekend, and there is no blood family. That's okay too. It applies. I definitely see here that moving through, because we talked about moving through old, archaic, outdated beliefs and practices. I feel that moving through all of this is definitely going to lend us a victory in that union of the divine masculine and the divine feminine going on right now. I definitely get that energy very strongly. And again, over here we had the Four of Wands and the the Eight of Wands that I picked up on both of those energies through that one card. And so for somebody here, there is a family situation involving a romance here coming together for the family to build a future together and to move on together and move forward together. Let's go ahead and get into the money, and we'll see what else comes out about that. I feel like this is not done as far as our general message, but is it ever really done? And doesn't it always apply in our money message and our romance message as well? So let's Let's get into these cards regarding our money situation for the day, guys. Now remember, we're always working from the head game part of life, because your head game is where it's at, man. If you get your head game right, everything will be right. So let's get that head game tight. Let's get that head game strong. Let's see what is our money message for us today, all day long. Help us get our mind right. Help us bring in our wealth. Help us bring in our blessings and our abilities. And let's see what it's got here. I think we've had this not too long ago. I recognize this one. And I know we have not had every single card in this deck because there's so many cards, and I feel like the messages keep repeating for us, but repetition is golden for us. That's how we learn. So let's see. Card number 29 says, I do not need to have money to attract money. Now here we go. Right head on, facing some archaic, outdated beliefs. They say, you got to have money to make money, and stuff like that. Well, this is saying the opposite is true. So let's see what is the message that's coming through for me and you. It says, you do not have to have money to attract money, but you cannot feel poor and attract money. The key is you have to find ways of improving the way you feel from right where you stand before things can begin to change. By softening your attention to the things that are going wrong, and by beginning to tell stories that lean more in the direction of what you want instead of in the direction of what is currently happening, your vibration will shift. Your point of attraction will shift, and you will get different results. So, how can we feel wealthy, feel money, if you ain't got no money in your purse? Well, you might not have no money in your purse, but you might have, again, nice clothes at your closet. You might have some makeup. You might have a nice shower. You might have some good food. You might have some good friends. Maybe you don't have none of that. Maybe all you have is your left sock and your right shoe, as I say many times. Make the having of what you do have more important. And if you do have any of those little luxury items, can't you utilize those to help you get into the feeling of having? Because it's about lessening the focus on what is that we don't want to perpetuate, is what Abraham is here saying. And that is so true. And I've told this story before, and I'll tell it again, where I had times where finances felt so strained and so challenged, and then to shift out of that, I began, instead of focusing on the finances every time I would think of bills due or the account balances and things of that nature, I began to shift my attention to the fact that I had a wealth of love in my home through the children that I was taking care of. Excuse me. And in that, it would raise my vibration. And that's the point. Get into feeling better. Because when you think about a lack of finances, it is going to bring your vibration down automatically. When you think about overdue bills or bills coming up, I mean, unless you're in a place that you've practiced this so well, it's most likely going to bring your vibration down. So to attract money, it's about focusing in a higher vibration way. And so you can do little things so that you feel wealthy. And I'll tell you what, right before I manifested this house in my behalf, I ended up laying in my bed in my apartment that I was in, and in the dark, because here's the cool part about the dark. In the dark, you can't see your current reality with your physical eyes if you get it dark enough. It's easier to close your mind and go somewhere else. So I would lay in my bed with my eyes closed in the dark, and I would literally just feel what it felt like to be secure in my home, to know that I had a home, to know that only the people I wanted in my home were there, and that I really loved everybody that was there, and how much I appreciated that we all had this home that we could sleep in peacefully without looking over our back or checking over our shoulders or moving and having to wake up at every little sound that happens. And I also thought about how I had a fridge full of food and I could just go get into it if I wanted to, and how there was air conditioning blowing because it was hot. This is Vegas, man. It was hot. So little things that we do like that will definitely be beneficial, practically beneficial, practical application of how you can, techniques you can use to help shift the world around you, and that will definitely work in regards to your finances as well. But you got to try it from an open heart, from a positive state of mind, from a willingness to be shown what you did not see that was already there. The situation is the underworld, the Temperance card, again, the Sagittarius coming out. We already mentioned Sag once today. Well, it's time to mention him again. Excuse me. Because the underworld speaks to the Temperance card, which speaks to the sign of Sagittarius. But again, I feel things coming out, digging up things from the past. I feel like here we are digging up old past beliefs between the underworld card being here and this message being here, right with the dinosaur being here as well. Digging up old past beliefs that are limiting and capped, and doing what we need to do with them. But let's see what advice card we have. We have the Web. This is the Justice card, okay? So let me see what I receive about this. I get that with this, first off, the spider is a symbol of prosperity and good luck, and also it is the web of life. This is things having to come out in a balanced way, and the cycles, one cycle that supports another. The other thing that's really looking at me is this dog with his head looking up, and he's so strong and he's so loyal and he's so faithful, and he just stands there next to this woman who's ready to cut through any deceptions and any webs. And that's how I feel like we're doing with these limiting beliefs. We've got to be able to first look at what is difficult to see. Okay, I'm hearing find and look for and get to what is difficult to see, because that web is barely visible in the camera, I bet, because it's barely visible by plain sight of this card. Just like the spider web. You walk into a spider web. Okay, I just heard Gwen Stefani, spider webs. Okay, but you walk into the spider web, you don't even realize it's there. And the thing of it is, we've got to be willing to search it out and cut it out. What are we searching out and cutting out? These limiting beliefs that are buried within our psyche, that are surrounding finances, that tell us that only people with money can have more money. That's not true. I feel like that is a big belief that is being confronted by many of us today, and I do feel like that's what we're dealing with today. Where is this taking us? This is taking us to this potential with the Page of Wands. Now, what do I want to say about that? What is to be said about this Page of Wands? Okay, it's lighting a fire within us that is going to have us move forward. And also, from this fire that is being lit right now, as we push through these negative belief patterns, it's something that we will take further with us. We will take this with us into our future as we move forward. This fire to apply new understandings and cut through. I feel like you're going to cut through some deep-seated negative beliefs in regards to finances now. But it's like you're getting ready with this fire. I see this person getting ready to go into the cave even further. Like, okay, so now I see one of the things that I got going on. What else do I need to address here that's going to open this thing up? Okay, and now I'm getting the message from yesterday, busting the frickin' piñata open of negativity. Were you with me yesterday? Did you catch that message yesterday? Because that is applying to your finances today even. Okay, understand though, as you are willing to do this work, you will see the victory. And if this makes sense to you, if this sounds like something that you needed to hear, give this video a thumbs up. Show your support and appreciation for it, because that is a physical action that you take. Simply pushing a button. Yeah, simply pushing a button is a physical action you take in confirmation of what you're hearing. Every little bit of action and energy that you put out there to confirm that, yes, I own that. Yes, that's me. Yes, I will. Yes, I can. Yes, I believe. Yes, I do. All those things, any little action, if it's pushing a button, if it's putting a comment, if it's saying thank you, if it's acknowledging, whatever it is definitely going to be beneficial to you as you're doing this shifting work, as you're doing these major changes here that you're going through in your finances and in life in general. Now let's see how all these cards, again, now we have 2 fire signs down on the table, but let's see how all these cards here, especially these first general message cards, are going to apply to our romance for the day, okay? So, oops, I got these upside down. Let's do a few shuffles of this deck here, and we'll see what is the money or the romance message for July the 11th, 2017. I do want to say that I'm still gathering names for free personal consultations. When you do your personal consultation by donation with me, your name does go into a drawing for a free personal consultation that will be pulled at random in the future. And yes, all my personal consultations are by donation. You set the price. You consult your guide, your spirit, your heart, your soul, your God, your goddess, your whatever it is you believe in and pray to, your source energy, and conclude a number which would equal the value of the information to you. Send that as your donation to me. I will get with you in regards to a reading, a personal reading. If it's $60 or more, your donation will be available by phone. If your donation is $100 or more, your donation can be available in person here in Las Vegas. If your donation is less than $60, then I will still get a reading out to you, but it will be a video upload here on this channel. You will remain anonymous. Only you and I will know that that video is guided and intended for you and channeled specifically for you, but it will be available for the viewing of the general public so that they can have an idea of what personal consultations look like. I love doing them when I get to interact with you. That's always my favorite way. I had to find a way to make it available to everybody. I really believe that none of us should be blocked from spiritual blessings, spiritual insight, if that's what we're seeking. So, what's affecting our love life, our romantic love life right now, is self-worth. And I'm receiving that I should read the message from the book, but definitely your self-worth. Let's see. We're going to go right into this book because that's what I was hearing. It says you have a habit of undervaluing your let me start over again. It says you have a habit of undervaluing your talents and capabilities. This is due to a general sense of low self-worth. And yet there is so much that is wonderful about you. Many around you can see this, but somehow you don't. It is time to dissolve the distorted view you have of yourself. Time to see your unique beauty and appreciate the value, the real you. And the following exercise will help increase your sense of self-worth. It will help you connect with and feel the light of infinite creativity and love that you hold within you. Place your hands over your heart, close your eyes, and relax. Take a deep breath. Inhale, hold the breath for a moment, and gently release the breath. Continue breathing this way and feel a soft golden light within the center of your heart. This soft golden light is the true and divine you. It is the unchanging light of unconditional love, a light which existed before the dawn of time and will continue to glow forevermore. Feel this divine light flowing into your body, your mind, thoughts, and emotions. Allow it to illuminate your heart and mind. Allow it to embrace you. Repeat the following affirmations as often as you can every day, either out loud or in the silence of your heart. Feel each word. When you are able to see your true worth, everyone will see it. And the affirmations are: I am golden light. I am divine love. I am infinite worth. I am a channel through which the gold river of life flows. I am an ocean of pure gold. I am worthy of love. I am love. So, for some reason, you were to get that message today straight from the book. So I'm going to take it, because you know me. I'm about receiving it the way I'm getting it, and giving it to you that way. And so that's the way I was told to give it to you today. So there's that from the book. Now let's see what is the tarot message regarding our romance today, our romantic love life today. I'm hearing somebody is in a committed relationship, and you are getting to the end of being willing to accept the low self-worth for yourself, which means it's understand that this will affect that committed relationship. You are married, and as you change, this is going to affect your partnership with this person that you're married to. At first, they're really not going to know how to take you. And so you know your partner, you know their state of mind, and I feel like you really know their controlling and manipulating qualities, and therefore you know what to expect already. But it is going to be worth unveiling your worth, because that relationship has been toxic, and it is time for you to release yourself from that toxic situation. Okay, so whoever you are, give the video a thumbs up, and if you feel that this is you, but definitely understand that you are being guided, and in the time of challenge in that relationship is over. For those of you who are single, I'm not getting such an intense, and I'm sorry, married people, I know that that's not all of you. That's really not all of you. But that is the message that I got there. For you single people, I'm hearing that as you raise your awareness of your self-worth, and so that's the avenue, the channel through which the desired outcome does come in. So that relationship that you picture for yourself comes through your raising your own value in your own eyes, and treating yourself accordingly. So the situation regarding romance is the Justice card. Again, coming out, okay? Justice. Some of you, a Libra person is involved. What is your advice for the day is the Hanged Man. And where is this taking us is the King of Swords. Okay. So, for somebody, I really get the sense, back to that married person, I get the sense that, you know, you're either getting ready to go through a divorce, or you're just coming through a divorce. And it's time for you to see things in a new perspective. And from here on out, you're going to be so much more assertive with your own thoughts, beliefs, standards for yourself. From here on out, this is where it's taking you. To the King of Swords, the mental master. You will no longer accept for yourself anything that is not worthy of you, because you are confronting and moving through this self-worth energy. You are embracing your self-worth, and I'm feeling that you're seeing your self-worth from a new perspective now than what you had in the past. I do feel that there is a relationship here that does deal with a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, because we do have this King of Swords here, and we do have this Justice card here. There's a strong energy of Libra in here, but also I just feel that For somebody, there is a situation that has become stalled because you have, for somebody else, there is a situation that has become stalled in romance, and it's trying to be righted. But to help it be righted and make this stall dissipate from the romance, it's about you embracing your self-worth, stating your standards, stating your goals. I just saw a relationship in which you've been dating for a while. You are committed to one another. You are not married. You've been dating for a while, and you're like, this relationship needs to move forward. I want to get what I deserve from this relationship, but the relationship hasn't done anything, and it's a sense of a sense of applying, verbally speaking out what your goals are and what you require to move forward. And as you do this, it's going to cause a shift. And I do feel that for most of you, the relationship will dissipate. It will come to its end because your partner is not in the same frame of mind as you. But I also have here, somebody wants to get married really, really bad. I have a storyline here that's coming in really strong. Needed water. I have a storyline coming in really strong of somebody who really, really wants to get married. And it seems like no matter what you do, you keep getting a roadblock. No matter how hard you try, no matter how much money you throw at the problem, no matter how much love and nurturing and caring and all that stuff that you throw at the situation, it's not going nowhere. You are being held up by the universe because you're not realizing that what you're trying to jump into is a disrespect to your own self-worth. And the only reason you're willing to get into it is because what you need to be getting into is your own soul, facing your own self, because there is this lower self-worth, you know? And I feel that how many of them, I got 20 to 30% of you, so that's not a whole very much of you, which I'm not surprised because we're a high vibration channel here. We tend to attract a lot of high vibration energy, but there's some of you who have the potential to move higher vibration, and that's why you found this channel. That's why you've been guided here by your soul. Now, you are being asked to just hold on and consider your self-worth. Are you really, really sure that this is the type of relationship you deserve? Because here you're being asked to apply your standards, your truth, stick to your guns, and I feel that if you progress into a relationship here with this person, that you're heading for a cold relationship, that this person is not going to be warm and welcoming with you. I want to get off of that whole relationship right now. I want to go back to the victory card that we found at the beginning, because what this is saying is no matter what you're dealing with, questions of self-worth, I could throw the victory card on it. Yay! You're dealing with a hang up? Let me throw the victory card on that. Yay! And just like I do throw the victory card on that, here we go. There's another, over here we got the temperance, the need to go in the underworld. Let's throw the victory card on it. Okay? Now let's go one more. We do not need to have money to attract money. We're going to get that down today, ain't we? Let's throw the victory card on that too, guys. Today is a day of us embracing our victories, getting out of the BS that has held us up, getting out of all these false programming beliefs, limiting beliefs that have got you thinking that you can't, you shouldn't, how dare you, you're not worthy of, you're non-deserving of, all that stuff. We're going to throw a victory card right on top of that stuff too, okay? And getting past all these old archaic beliefs, throw the victory card on that too, okay? So y'all, mentally take this victory card with you today. Here it is, okay? You are to take this victory card with you in your mind today, and anytime any situation comes up like that, I want you in your mind to throw the victory card on it and say, yay, I have victory over this, and then let the universe show you how. And sometimes it's going to be some new understanding that's going to come to you, some new belief that's going to come to you, that balance within is going to come to you to help you see, so that you can bring home that active, fast-paced movement that is going to carry you into the future. And you're going to bring only the beneficial things that are life-giving from your past into your future with you in a very victorious way. I love you so much. I love the part of me that aligns with you. I just feel like talking to you forever today, but I do have some business to attend to, so I just can't talk any longer. And these videos went from like 5-6 minutes, and now what? We're 40 minutes, guys. I love you. I look forward to reading all your comments and anything else that you have for me to interact with you about. And so my website has all the details you need about dealing with me at lphtarot.com. That's lphtarot.com, as in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course me and mine. Until next time.